What is up, guys? I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check another video of mine. And I just kind of got the score of the millennia. So if you read the title in the bottom, you know that I scored a PS Vita plus 12 games for like $200 with a charger and a 8 GB memory card. And I got this on Kijiji. Lord bless Kijiji and stoner, college kids who want to get rid of their money so they can buy more weed. Oh, God bless them. They're kind souls. I got a Canon, what's it called? T3i, the one that came out in 2011. I got in 2014 for $300, and that retailed around $700 at that time. I got a 70 for $500, and I think it's worth like $1,000 at that time. So I mean, God bless college kids. Thank you so much for your marijuana consumption. It blesses me because I don't really care about those things anymore, at least. And I care about video games and cameras and movies and stuff. So yes, this is different. I usually talk about movies and action figures on here, but I decided to talk about a video game that I got. So first off, I got this, I believe it's the OLED model. I'm not 100% sure. It's not the Slim. It's the PCH 1001 model. It's really cool. It also came with extra grips, and I had an adapter that had like a full controller grip. I didn't really like it. It was kind of cheap. You can tell the guy probably got like a cheap one on Amazon, third party, whatever, but I didn't really care for it. I made it out of cheap plastic, but yeah. I got this for around $200 worth of games, and I'm looking here on eBay, and it says right now it is worth $300 open. I'm seeing the one, $240 plus $150 plus $15 shipping, just tested with the 8 GB memory card. I am seeing here $221. It comes with 2 games, so that's not a bad deal. But if you guys don't know, the PS Vita, look at PS Vita bundle lot, Persona, blah, 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 comes with about the same amount of games, $822, which was marked down from $1,012. What the fuck? And I believe the Slim version is easier to get because it came out more later. But the story behind this is I've always wanted this when I was a kid. I originally got the PSP in 2007 on my 7th birthday, and I loved it. I had a lot of games. I mostly played like wrestling games and all that stuff. Because the PSP doesn't get the love it deserves because it was overshadowed by the DS and all that stuff. But I mean, it had really good what's it called? Comps, or it had a lot of like a game that would come out on console and then they'd transfer it to handheld, and it did really well. Obviously a little bit of gameplay downgrade and a little bit of graphic downgrade, but I mean, it was a PS2 on the go, and this is like a PS3 on the go, kind of a little down. This the reason why this has gone up in price is because PlayStation, I'll put up a little annotation, PlayStation announced that they're going to stop. They've already stopped making new PlayStation Portable Vitas. I believe they still make it in Japan. I'm not too sure, but the online store is gonna get axed. I heard they stopped that, but for a while they were like, yeah, we're done with PS3. We're done with PS Vita. It's time to move on to the PS5. But people were like, no, you haven't made a portable console since the PS Vita, and we still love the PS Vita. There's a lot of really good RPGs, a lot of good MMOs, a lot of like Japanese anime type games. I'm not really into that, but I got the first from 2011, 12, 13 type games. But there's still clamoring to get the PSP Vita, and I was wondering, why people, if nowadays everyone's like, yeah, I love the PS Vita, why weren't they showing the same support when it came out? That's kind of messed up because this could have had a lot of really good games, like featured titles and stuff. But I mean, it's weird. I mean, like the not the SSD, but like the chip inside is really old. I have 5G internet, so it doesn't support that on the PS Vita, so I can't do a cross-play, which I was really excited to when it first came out, but I didn't get it. So the cross-play I can't do. The only way I can download and buy games on the store, the store is still up, but the only way I can get it is by using a hotspot, and that kind of sucks because I don't want to use that much data, like a gigabyte of data just to download a game. So I downloaded a couple games. I got Star Wars Force Unleashed, and I got Justice League Heroes. They're about $10-15 each, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, you know, it's a really slick model. If I turn it on, oh, turns on, has a date, pretty dope. It has, well, because what was revolutionary about it is it had 2 analog sticks, and meaning like you can play FPS games and a lot of stuff on the go. You know, I got, like, when I first got the PSP, I got a Medal of Honor, I got a Battlefield or Battlefront 2, but those games are really limited because there's only that one little rinky-dink joystick, and you had to aim with like the directional pads, and it was terrible. So this, having the unlimited capabilities, having 2 joysticks, it made the possibilities endless. But again, no one was really clamoring for a PS Vita. More people were into the 3DS when it first came out, because holy fuck, 3D! Oh my god, I can get 3D games on the go. What the fuck? But you know, later to find out that it was just a gimmick. No one really played with the 3D capabilities. It gave you headaches and stuff. So I mean, but yeah. So that was my little story of why I wanted the PS Vita. And I was looking on Kijiji and I noticed it was super cheap. You know, it wasn't the best of condition. This is a pretty good condition, you know, a few scratches and stuff. But besides that, this is really good condition. You know, there's a headphone jack charger. There is the slot. Then there's the memory card. So, I mean, this is a really well-built system. And I don't know if this is the OLED edition, because this is not the Slim. This is the 2nd edition. This is the 1001. So I think it is, because I was playing a game of mine, and the colors are so vibrant, and the graphics are really good. The animations is smooth. The frame rate is really good. So I don't know. So that was the system itself. Really good. I played a few games on it. There's also a camera on the back, so that's kind of funny. It also came with this hard shell case, which is also really cool. And then I discovered when I opened it on the inside, there's like weed crumbs. I think he put weed in in the actual card case itself to store. But I bought another 8GB card, and then it came with this game cartridge, Unit 13. I played it a bit. It's okay. It's pretty decent. Not the best titles, but I mean, for, you know, those third-person shooter type games, I mean, I guess it's pretty good. So yeah, this hard shell. So now I'm gonna get into the games. So first off is Mortal Kombat for the PS Vita. I mean, I don't really like Mortal Kombat. I mean, I saw that it has Freddy Krueger on the front, so I'm like, ooh, that sounds pretty good. It is very downgraded. The graphics are kind of, you know, but I really don't like tournament fighter type games. I mean, I prefer, like, if I play fighting games, it's usually either Fight Night or UFC, EA UFC, or Undisputed and all that stuff, but not my type of game. But you know what? It came with the bundle, so I'm not gonna say, hey, don't give me more games, right? So next is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Again, another type of game that I believe it kind of ripped off Super Smash Brothers. I never really got fully into the game. I played the tutorial. It didn't seem that enticing to me. I'm not really into those type of games, like Super Smash and stuff. If I'm playing with my brother or something, that's cool. But if I'm just facing a computer and stuff, it's not as fun as playing with an actual person. Great roster of people, but I never just really got into it that much. I've played all these games, by the way, so. Next one is the best out of the bunch in my opinion, and it is Rayman Origins. Now I really want to get Rayman Legends now, because this was a fucking hell of a time to play. One of the best games on the Vita currently. It's an arcadey type side-scroller action game. A lot of good, unique, like, I believe Rayman is like our modern day Mario. And it's really good. You know, you can punch, you can stomp on people, you run around. It's kind of like Sonic. It's kind of like Mario. It's a great video game. It's E for everyone. Requires 5,120 kilobytes of storage. Made by Ubisoft. Meet the new crazy 60+ levels of platforming madness, and it's great. I don't know how well it is on console, but the graphics on this are amazing. Even though it's not a realistic type game, but there's really good detail within the background, within the different layers and the objects within the game. So one of my favorite games, and I'm always addicted to playing this game. So Rayman Origins, great game. Next was kind of a bummer for me, and it was Arkham Origins, Blackgate, Batman. I love me some Batman Arkham games. I love Arkham Asylum. I like City. Origins was okay, and Arkham Knight was a really big letdown. The only thing that I liked about the game were the graphics. The story was kind of cliche. You could tell the ending from a mile away. But anyway, I'm talking about Arkham Origins on the PS Vita. It takes place right after Arkham Origins, a few months after. You're introduced to Catwoman. Everyone's in jail. You know, I'm a few levels in. I don't really like the whole side scroller aspect. I would have preferred if it was 3D, because I mean, why not? I mean, you have a higher grade system, and I was playing Justice League on the PS Vita, which is a PSP port that came out like 7 years before, and it was 3D. You know, I'm playing what's it called, Star Wars Unleashed, and that was 3D. So why couldn't this be 3D? Why did this have to be a really bad, you know, side scroller? I mean, it's not bad. It's just it's not as good as it could be. I mean, like, they try to add everything that are in the original games. Like, it's trying to port. There you go, port. They're trying to port everything from the console titles into this title. The stealth isn't really that good. I mean, you know, the people, you know, your enemies, they're attracted to you really quickly, which you'd think be kind of weird, because, hey, don't you want smart AI? But it's like, I sneakily come up to a guy, I choke him out, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, what are you doing? I mean, like, that's not how the games work in the game, you know? It's not as fluid, and it doesn't have that fun factor that the normal Arkham games has it. But for a Batman game, it's okay. I mean, not one of the best. It has like a comic book type style, and it's okay. Maybe I have to go fully into the game, you know, play it more, but I mean, it's really convoluted. The maps are really hard to understand, because you don't have the ability to, you know, go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way, to know where you are in the map. So you're kind of just like going this way, checking the map again. Oh no, I have to go this way, so I have to go this way again. And it's really convoluted. The porting of the actual gameplay, like the combat mechanics, is not that great. I mean, you're just bashing a button, pressing triangle whenever someone wants to attack you. The weapons aren't as fun as they are on the console games. So this is kind of a big, actually, disappointment. I thought this was going to be my favorite game on the console, but it was far from it. Next is Resistance Burning Skies. Now, this is actually a really good FPS. I started out with this game because I love me some Resistance. I was forced into buying it with my friend when I think Resistance 2 came out, and he had it. I was like, hey, we should play the co-op campaign. So I love that, you know, shooting some aliens, great mechanics for, you know, like throwing grenades, doing all that stuff. You know, it was a smooth game, no choppiness, no frame rate stuttering, no issues with that. Great game. I played about the first 5 missions, and they seemed really cool. I like how it takes place in the past, but it's also like neo-futuristic and stuff like that, so that's really cool. What else can I say about this? It's a great game. You know, 2 megabytes of memory required. August 1951, the attack on North America begins. Great game. This is a must-buy to try out the, you know, FPS dual analog stick capabilities, and yeah, Resistance Burning Skies. Now, next was actually a huge disappointment, because I've never played these games, but Borderlands 2. I heard of the Borderlands series. The Borderlands series is really good, but I never really got into it, because, you know, I wasn't really into the cartoony-ish style. But I was playing a couple missions. It's okay, but again, it's like so bad. Like, stuttering wise, the gameplay is good. It's just, it stutters really bad. The port from console to the PS Vita did not transfer that well. I mean, it's so jittery, and it's kind of unplayable on my part. I played the first mission. You fight the first boss. You're just running to one corner, turning around, shooting the monster, and then running back to another corner when he tries to chase you, then shooting him again. And it was a huge disappointment, because I know people love this game, and I wanted to, you know, share that love for this game, because I knew that this game is good. On consoles, this is an amazing game, but the PS Vita, it just doesn't transfer well, which kind of, you know, I don't know why, because Resistance is a smooth and enjoyable process of shooting enemies and all that stuff, but this was a jittery, shitty mess. I mean, maybe because it's open world and it's not as linear as Resistance, but this was just weird. I mean, how would you drop the ball so bad on such a, you know, this is like a AAA game. This is a AAA title. You'd think, for maybe because they're like, fuck it, we'll just port it. I've played, like, well, granted, I believe this is like 2012 or something, but I've played mobile games that are more smooth. Freaking Call of Duty Mobile is more smooth than that game, and that came out maybe 5 years after. But I mean, if there is limitations towards a certain console, just downgrade. You don't need all the little grass leaves, and you don't need things moving in the wind. Obviously, I guess you wanted to troubleshoot the actual hardware of the PS Vita, but if it doesn't work well, then scrap it and then try to remove things to where this works. But it just doesn't. I can tell the game is fun. Certain aspects of it, the shooting, the cover system is really good. I love the weapon mechanics and, you know, all the type of gameplay features and stuff. But when your game when you have a steak that's wrapped in shit, obviously you're gonna taste the shit. Obviously you're gonna have some enjoyable chew of the steak, but that taste of the shit just lingers in your mouth, and that's what the experience of playing Borderlands 2 on PS Vita is. It was just a big disappointment, and I wish they did better. The next game is Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. This was the first game that I tried out. It's a bit messed up on this thing, but this is a really good FPS. I mean, now this is again with the first-person shooter, this is a linear. As most missions are, there is an online mode, there's a survival mode. There's no zombies, which I was kind of surprised to see. I mean, zombies online would have been a really good thing, but I believe they had a zombies mobile thing for the phone. I bought it like $9 when it first came out. That was really good, so I was expecting there to be a zombies game, but they wanted to save money for, I guess, developing, or they wanted to make more money on the mobile app. So great game. This transfers really well on the PS Vita. It's like a different timeline. You play as Frank, you play as Mason, you play as all the different characters from the Black Ops era series. I love me some Black Ops. Black Ops is one of my favorite Call of Duties. So this was not a letdown. When I tried playing a little bit of online, and it's pretty good. Not many people play it, but you can find a match after like 5 to 10 minutes. So it's not the worst, but it definitely could have added more story plots to it. It's just, right, we need to do the mission. Yeah, okay, boss. You know, but gameplay wise, you don't really care. You don't really need to know the story to play the game. It's pretty fun. Definitely one of the best first-person shooters on the PS Vita. I haven't really explored any other of them besides, PSP ports onto the PS Vita, but that doesn't count. I'm talking about an exclusive PS Vita title, and this surprised me from how pretty good it was. Engaged in 4x4 multiplayer gameplay via Wi-Fi, and that's what this does well. It's when companies know the limitations of the console, they downgrade it, but they don't downgrade the gameplay. You know, who cares if you don't have as much detail and, all these other, little tiny tidbits that make a game amazing on a console. You don't need that on a handheld, because on a handheld, you're able to sacrifice certain details and certain things for better gameplay. And that's what I believe did really well with Call of Duty. Now, next is Mod Nation Racers Road Trip. I mean, I didn't like it. I prefer, Mario Kart DS. That was a lot better game. This is kind of ripping them off. It's just a shitty Mario Kart ripoff. It doesn't do as well. The racing mechanics are decent. You can add your face to the avatars and stuff. You can change its outfits. You can customize your vehicles and stuff. That's pretty cool. It's just, I mean, it's really bland and boring, and I get bored. I popped it in, played it for like 10-15 minutes, and I got bored real quick. These type of games specifically, I mean, obviously you can play online, but I don't have that opportunity. Maybe if I bought this 10 years ago, I could have, but I didn't. I'm playing it today, and the longevity of a console is dictated by how good it is, and this is a good console. It's just people didn't really give a shit about it because they wanted to play the DS. And if you look at the DS, it's still thriving and kicking. So, yeah, I mean, big disappointment. One of the games that we'll never probably play again. I only have it for collection purposes at this point. Now, next is Uncharted Golden Abyss. I played a bit of it. It seems really good. I haven't really gone fully into the actual game itself, but what I've played so far, the first opening epilogue, pretty good. A pretty good transfer. One of the best games on the actual PS Vita. Well, at least when it comes to AAA Western type games, because I know there's a lot of like Japanese MMORPGs and Japanese RPGs that are really good for this game, like Persona 5 and all that kind of stuff. But for a person born in Canada who's not really into that kind of stuff, more of a Western a company to take video games, this is really good. One of the best standouts, and I can't wait to complete this and go further deep into Uncharted. I believe it's a prequel too. I'm not too sure. Next is also a pretty good game, and it is Batman 2, Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes. Hell of a fun game. I was surprised because I grew up with the Lego games. I don't know if I have it here, but I have. Oh, I'm using it as a tripod right now. But Star Wars, the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, all those type of games, the Indiana Jones, Lego Indiana Jones, all those games are really fun. I mean, they're not really in depth, but they're really fun games. Kid-friendly games, adult-friendly, kid-at-heart-friendly games. Great. Batman 2 DC Superheroes is a great game. Definitely recommend if you're into those more arcadey type games. And again, it's a 3D not fighting game, but 3D game. It's a Lego. If you played a Lego game, you've played DC's Batman, Lego 2 DC Superheroes. Oh yeah. And now the last game. Oh, steaming pile of garbage. It's a steaming pile of shit. Assassin's Creed 3. Now, Assassin's Creed 3 on consoles wasn't that good. So imagine a lazy shit down port to PS Vita, and that is the Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. I recently got back into Assassin's Creed by playing Odyssey. I played the original Ezio trilogy, and I was having such a fun time. I'm like, fuck, dude, this comes with Assassin's Creed on PS Vita. This would be so fun. No, it's not fun. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a jittery, buggy little piece of shit. The graphics are shit. I don't know why it's so bad. I mean, I can't even get past the first 20 minutes without turning it off because my eyes hurt from how lazy and shit it is. It's jittery, it's buggy, it glitches every time. The graphics look, it's PS2 graphics, it's PSP graphics, and yet it still sucks. This is you'd expect for being on PS Vita, it would be smoother, it'd be better looking, but no. What the fuck happened when they were making this game? And again, same with Borderlands 2. Why don't they know how to sacrifice details and sacrifice certain things so that the core gameplay itself is fun? Now again, this is an Assassin's Creed game. The combat's going to be great. The scaling is going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great, but until when it's freaking 10 frames a second, it's not that cool. The reason why people love Assassin's Creed is this fluidity of, what's it called? Jumping up and down. What's it called? Parkour. There you go. The parkour mechanics, jumping up, running across rooftops. Yeah, well, it's not fun when you're doing a 1 frame a second and it's jittery as shit and you're like, So, a huge freaking disappointment. I was so sad to find out that this game was trash. And I was, yeah. 10 megabytes, it's a big game. This takes up quite a bit of space on your PS Vita, and when it delivers to you like a monkey with a backpack on holding a burrito, it's obviously going to come jumbled and shitty and all torn up. So that's what this game is. This game is a Uber Eats delivered by a monkey, and he's carrying a banana in his hand, and he's also using his hand to climb through the rings and the stuff like that. So yeah. Assassin's Creed 3, God, jeez. High hopes for a AAA developer, another Ubisoft title. Is this also Ubisoft? No, that was Gearbox and 2K. But, dude, what a disappointment, dude. No wonder the PS Vita died out, because these are the games we got. There are obviously some diamonds in the rough, but when the main games that normal people, if you're a bro, if you're a Chad, you're obviously going to get, Assassin's Creed 3. They were probably impressed by, Call of Duty, because that was pretty well done. But when your main title, these are AAA titles that were ported onto the PS Vita, and if these do terrible, you're fucked. I think these are launch titles, I'm not too sure, but when your own home console, your launches are shit, you're fucked. Especially, I don't know how much these costed when they came out, maybe $40? If I paid $40 for this, I would smash my PS Vita in the ground. Because, what the fuck? right now, I'm only using these for catalog titles because it looks nice, you know, when stacked up. But that's all. I'd rather use this as a coaster than to play it. You know, I'd rather use it as a toilet paper. I'd rather use this manual, that the only game that comes with a manual, and it isn't. It's a download code for add-ons that's probably gone, and an advertisement of now available on PS3, and that's where you should be playing the Borderlands 2 on PS3. I believe, I don't know if there's remastered on the PS4 and 5 or whatever, but yeah, those two titles that I had really high hopes for because of so much backing, so much money they could have used, and so much different things they could have done, and it just didn't, you know, port well to a portable system. And yeah, but you know, I got a good chunk of games. I'm not hating on because I did get this for $200, you know, and I got a pretty fat stack plus a 8 gigabyte memory card and the PS Vita. So yeah, I mean, amazing deals of the century, I'd say. Some shit games, mostly really good games. I've been playing this to death recently. I had to return my TV because it's fucked. There's a lot of light clouding and blotching and all that stuff, and light blooming. So I'm returning that, and you know, saving up some money to get some some OLED, some LG OLED action, some C1. I want to get the C1. But until then, I'm gonna experience another OLED, and that is the PS Vita. I don't know if this is OLED actually. Hopefully this is OLED. It looks pretty good. But yeah, thank you so much. This has been another Mockbuster video. I am Mason. Thank you so much. Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and thank you so much for taking the time. I know this is a different type of content, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know because I got a PS Vita for $200 and a shit ton of games. So yeah, thank you so much. Also, I wanted to one thing add. Why are the prices? I was looking at the PlayStation Store on the Vita. Why are some of the prices so expensive? Like I saw a brand new game, a game that came out I think 2014 or something, $66. This game came out 8 years ago and it's $66. They haven't updated the store in such a long time. No wonder they wanted to shut it down, because why would they even want to shut it down in the first place? It's not like you're doing anything with the PlayStation. You haven't updated anything. There's no sale items on the PS Vita, so like, what the fuck? Like, I remember when you had the PSN, you'd get a free PS3 game, a free PS4 game, and a free PS Vita game. Now all you get is 3 PS4 games. 2 of them are probably indie title, which you don't really care about. I mean, you can discover some really good games, but most of them, you know, are not really going to like. And the one game that came out like 4 years ago that you've probably already bought. So I mean, get better, PlayStation, and make another portable game console. I want this. I miss this. I miss my childhood of playing with portable consoles and stuff, because my brother would be playing the GameCube or the Wii all day, and I only had my PSP. So bring that shit back, you know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching another video of mine. If you liked this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more. I don't know if I'll be talking too much about games. Maybe I'll do like a PlayStation 3 collection or something catalog. I have a few Wii games up out here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been the Mockbuster. I am Mason. Have a good day, evening, night, whatever. I already said that spiel. Thank you so much. Bye.